Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
Somewhere between science and superstition.
We have such sights to show you.
Strange Eons. Welcome to Strange Eons Radio. That is Eric over there.
Hello.
That is Vanessa over there.
Hello.
And I am Kelly. Hey, guys. Still trying out these wireless mics, but I feel like we're narrowing it down.
Yeah.
Pretty soon, all of this will be done. Just in time for me to lose all interest in doing a podcast anymore.
Nah. Then we'll find some way. Hey, we can take the little backpack. We can go where we want. You want to do a podcast? Let's go down to the bar down there, and we can just sit and talk.
Guys, I've got something to break to you.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Stranger Things Season 5 drew 59.6 million views in its first 5 days on Netflix, marking the most viewed premiere for any English language series on the platform and third best overall behind Squid Game Seasons 2 and 3.
Wow.
Oh.
This represents a 171% increase from Season 4's 2022 debut. That was 3 years ago for the last season. What the fuck, you guys?
Wow. No wonder I couldn't remember shit.
And the premiere also set another record as all 5 seasons simultaneously appeared on Netflix top 10 chart, a first for any series on the platform.
Wow.
So apparently Stranger Things is still a thing.
They're still breaking it in. I mean, it has such a broad appeal because people our age are going to be watching it. People who like experience the 80s and have that nostalgia. It's young. It's fresh. It's like high schoolers are going to like it.
Young. Those kids have all got into their 30s now.
I don't think 11-year-olds are going to be watching this at this point. I hope not. But at the same time, it does have enough people who, I don't know, I feel like everyone I know is watching Stranger Things.
Did you watch it?
Yes.
Did you watch it? Yeah, see, not everyone you know. I watched it too. I gotta say, I was kind of bored through most of it.
Really?
Yeah.
I had a good
digging it?
time.
Okay.
I was really liking it. I had very low expectations off of last season or 3 years ago last season.
Yeah.
But I was just like, oh, this is good. Okay, this is good. This is watchable. And I had to Google facts about David Harbour just to feel good about myself watching it. And
because of the supposed blow up between him and Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, and literally that day she had said no, that's not the case, and actually we're really good friends. And the directors were like, "Why do you think we would be able to make what we made if that was going on?"
What a weird thing, because that was the news. They did not get along, and she had filed some kind of suit against him for.
I read someplace it was a made-up story by somebody, and just gained so much traction that the modern news cycle is so good at researching things and make sure everything's true before they report it.
Sure.
They don't want to just be the first one to report, no matter whether it's true or not, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's my understanding was it.
That would make sense because they on the premiere carpet, like she was getting really cozy with him and making sure she was physically, showing. And she was like, "We play a father and daughter on this show. We have to be close." Like, so whatever happened with his, ex-wife, like that, I don't even, I hope that he's not a bad human being, but at least that would have been a breaking point for me if he had done something really horrible to Millie Bobby Brown, even if it was just like verbal, like, being a dick. But he didn't. So I was like, okay, I can watch this show again. It's great.
Well, I have bad news for you. He is a horrible human being. They are all horrible human beings. Everybody who's making a couple $1 million an episode for anything is a horrible human being. You cannot relate to them.
Okay, because he's an actor. I mean, all actors are horrible human beings too. Sorry.
He's married to Bon Jovi's kid. Do you think that...
Really?
Yeah. Do you think that she is a good person? She's got to be a class A cunt.
Wait, who?
All of them.
Okay, all of them. Yes. I mean, I know enough actors to know that they're crazy, like money or not. So it's fine. I wanted to enjoy it and I did.
Oh, good.
Good. Yes. Yeah.
I may have to check it out. I had no interest in it. I was just like, because the last season was so vanilla until the end. It got really good at the end, but like,
I would say,
and this one is extended out so far from the sound of it.
yeah, I would say that if you're invested in this story, then it's fine. But the Welcome to Derry series, yeah, I think is miles above this show.
Really?
In the acting, especially.
Yeah,
Those
the
kids
acting
are so
are-
fucking good.
Although I will say, I feel like the I'm forgetting his name now, the black kid in Stranger Things. He
Will? Is that Will?
is not Will.
Okay.
But he got some acting lessons because that kid was horrifically bad last time around. And this time I was like, oh, hey, you delivered a line. Good for you, bud. Like, he was so awful in the last season. And this one, clearly, he was like, oh, shit. Like,
Oh, wait, we're talking the last season of Stranger Things?
yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay, so he's gotten better, but the young kid that always has the bad hair,
Yeah.
he is worse than ever.
Really? I thought he was doing okay. I think the script is really rough.
Man, you guys are selling this.
Look, if you want popcorn, like just fun, insane visuals, like don't have to think about it, don't have to like invest too much in it. I think it's great fodder. Like, I think it's a fun thing to just sit through, but I wouldn't say it's going to change your life.
Well, okay, let's talk about the stuff that we have seen that will change your life. Now, I did watch this on mushroom gummies.
Oh no. Oh.
But Eric, this is your kind of movie. Vanessa, I'm not going to ask you to watch this movie. It is called Empire of the Dark. And I don't know how I found this, but I thought that after watching it for a little bit, I was like, oh my God, everybody must know about this movie. It is, the acting is really bad, and the editing is really bad, and the special effects are really bad, and all this stuff. And yet it is so fucking watchable, and it's a passion project by this one particular actor. It's from 1992. The effects range from a puppet demon that suddenly goes into stop motion.
Oh my God.
And I was just like, whoa, he got a couple of bucks. and his acting, while not great, feels very natural. And he's kind of this pudgy guy with bad hair and a mustache. He's the hero. And he's learning how to fight with swords and everything. And he's cast this beautiful woman as his ex-girlfriend, and she is quite possibly the worst actress on the planet.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, what am I watching? And I watched it 3 times now. So the first time was on mushroom gummies. The second time, I was like, I got to see if this is as good as I thought it was. And I just watched it with my mouth hanging open because this thing is just dripping with heart. This guy just, and I was like, God, how long is this? Got to be a 4-hour movie. 88 minutes, you know. It's a struggle with some of the acting. There's a shootout in a convenience store, and I was like, wow, this guy pulled some strings. You know, he's in a convenience store shooting guns and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And Eric,
Yeah, I remember
please watch this.
I think you posted about this someplace. I went and watched the trailer and going, oh yeah, this is
Well, I
something I gotta see.
texted you and the gang on the Backpack thing and said, you know, I am watching maybe the worst movie ever made, and it is so good. So yeah, you will absolutely love it.
Wow.
And so then I went on to IMDb to read the reviews. I'm like, God, this must have it's got 8 reviews since 1992.
Wow.
I was like, so I got on there. I left them a 9 out of 10.
Nice.
I said, this movie is astounding.
You made his whole day.
Then I wanted to look, and because I was going to try and contact this guy, he'd be like 70 something now, and just say, hey, I just watched your movie and I loved it. Died in 2019.
Oh.
So, but I did see that he got like from Italy a lifetime achievement award of some kind, and I was like, oh, I hope that he took that and really appreciated that.
Yeah.
Somebody out there knew who he was.
Oh my gosh.
Letterboxd has that as a 3.1 average, which is pretty good.
Oh, okay.
And most of the people I know that left reviews are 4 and 5 star.
Oh.
So some people have seen it.
Oh,
Not
good.
me, not yet.
Well, this is called Empire of the Dark. Now, it is available on Tubi, but you're going to get commercials, and that definitely pulls from it. When you get broken away from a really bad scene, it's kind of like hard to get back into it. So if you can rent it for $2.99, I would say do that.
Nice.
And do a little gummy action beforehand.
I knew as soon as you said, I don't know how I found this movie, I was thinking Tubi. He definitely found it on Tubi.
Yeah.
It was just somehow playing on Tubi and he stumbled across it.
Empire of the Dark.
All right. Well, I saw something that either you both have seen or you both will see. Knives Out, Wake Up Dead Man.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah, directed by Rain Johnson. Kelly, have you seen this yet?
Yeah.
It's got a great cast. Daniel Craig, of course, returns as Blanc. You've got Josh O'Connor, who's really compelling as, I guess, the lead or the secondary lead. Glenn Close, Josh Brolin, Jeremy Renner as a total piece of shit. Andrew Scott, I wish I had seen more of in this, actually. Mila Kunis. It just has Thomas Hayden Church. It just had such a good cast.
They
in
always
it.
have the best casts, man.
But yeah,
casting agents.
I think it's great. You know, I feel like every one of these has been its own thing. Like the last one being a big tech bro thing. This one, you know, taking place through a church setting. I don't know, just really, I don't know. I'm not sick of them. I could watch these forever. They're just so good.
Yeah, I loved it. I was struck by how all three of these movies have such a complete different structure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the last one, they stopped in the middle and then went backwards and, you know, showed you a different version of it.
Yeah.
And then this one, we don't even get, what's his name? LeBlanc or
LeBlanc.
is that his name?
Daniel Craig's character?
Yeah.
He's just Benoit Blanc?
Oh, Benoit.
Benoit Blanc.
Okay. We don't get him until like 40 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
We just get the storyline and it's being narrated and you're wondering what's going on. Then all of a sudden you're like, oh, this is the letter he was writing to Benoit Blanc. and I was just kind of astounded. I was like, boy, Ryan Johnson is just fucking killing it with these.
Yeah.
I think so too. Yeah. He did the red bushy hair girl detective killer series that I can't think of the name of right now. And like that's pretty good too. She's got really thick, deep voice. You know what I'm talking about?
This at all.
Oh my
Probably not recognize if you show her, but
Yeah. Sorry guys. I'm gonna be boring and take
would you
the
like
time
me to talk about my film while you search for it? Or do you...
Poker Face.
Oh, he did Poker Face?
Yep.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's his baby with Natasha Lyonne.
Right.
Thank you. But yeah, like I don't know. I'm in the same boat. I feel like even though they're structurally different, and we do spend so much time with Josh O'Connor
Yeah.
that thank God he's good, because otherwise it'd be like it could really destroy the film because there's so much more time spent with this guy than with Blanc. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I loved it. And as I was watching, I was like, boy, Daniel Craig looks really good for his age. I decided to look up his age, and then I was like, oh my. Did you know that he is the same age as me?
Shit.
He's got people. Like he's got people.
No, I
who
was like, he
ensure-
looks like he's
I was
60.
going to say, yeah,
Oh,
he
I
doesn't.
see. Gotcha.
Yeah, that was my take too.
I
It's
thought
like,
you
hold
just meant
on.
physically.
No, I was just like, for some reason I thought he must be 70 or something,
Yeah.
and that he just looked great.
The way age thing seems to be working ananymore. I
And
thought he was.
then
much
I was
older.
like, oh, he doesn't look great. I mean, he's still a very
Too
handsome
much time in the sun.
man, but he is weathered.
He's weathered. He's got a weathered face. He's got a crinkle in his eye.
That's Knives Out, Wake Up Dead Man on Netflix.
Alrighty, well, I actually made it out to a theater for Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
Of all the films to choose.
Well, you know, this was a couple weeks ago, and the Cinemark we go to had, I think it's got 6 screens. 4 were Wicked.
Oh, sure.
So, you know, like, well, okay, let's go see this one. This looks fun. And it's fun. I don't know, something that feels very forced about it. In that, look at us show you how we're being amazing. And it's like, as opposed to the effortlessness that the way they just did stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now it feels like, well, oh, it's been a few scenes since we've done something wild. Let's do something amazing again. It's still entertaining. It's still a lot of fun. They have 3 new characters who make up most of the first act. So that's a little like, okay, let's get the rest of the horsemen back here. And they all get in there. And watching this, going, did I not see the second one? Because I don't think I did. Because there's the 5th horseman, the other woman.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember her at all. Is she introduced in the second film?
Yeah, well, they didn't get, is it Isla Fisher? They didn't get her for the second film. So they had
okay, so they had a different woman. Well,
Yeah,
they're
they
both
had a
in
different
this.
woman.
They're both in this one.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
So I was like, but it wasn't a movie that was so good. I said, well, let's go watch the second one now. We were both like, okay, that was fun. So what do you want to do tonight?
It's funny because Austin and I, in preparation for Now You See Me, Now You Don't, we watched the first one and the second one. I sat through them just to watch the third one, and we haven't.
Haven't watched it yet?
I've not watched it.
It's fun. It's worth seeing, but it just had all the performances are good enough that it keeps it entertaining.
Yeah.
The story feels a little unimaginative.
Here's my problem with this franchise and any movie where it's like illusion has to be the thing. It's like this would be amazing to watch in person, but in a movie, everything is illusion. So
Yeah.
it's I'm like,
Nothing
okay, I
feels
guess.
spectacular.
Yeah.
There's a scene in there where they go to this version of the Magic Castle, and it's just a series of them trying to up each other in the way they do like up close magic. It's a lot of cards and those kind of magic tricks, and I'm like, this is such a cool scene, but it's so kind of dumb as a movie scene.
Yeah.
It'd be so spectacular to see
Like
magicians
on
do that
stage,
on
live
stage
doing it,
live.
yeah.
Wow. But
Knowing that they can cut anytime.
yeah, no, these are not professional magicians. They did not do these tricks. Maybe some of them learned a few of them because they were like hand-eye stuff, but no.
Yeah, I feel like the reveals are often a little weird in that way because they always have like the ending with each horseman usually gets one big spectacular thing. And I'm always like, does that even make sense with the plot? And like, why are we doing this? And I don't know, like it just never lands for me.
It's a fun film to watch,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's a fun film to watch once. But
Okay.
I'm glad I saw it.
Well, that gives me a little bit more heart because I'd heard that it was very boring. So I want to check it out. I'm willing.
Okay. The other movie I want to talk about is called Lone Samurai.
Oh.
Anything? Brand new. It's a rental. It is really. It's a movie that is really, really good that I wanted a little more out of. It is about a samurai who gets shipwrecked on this deserted island. A lone samurai. And he kind of nurses himself back to health, and he's on this beautiful island, but he's alone and he's very depressed, and everybody he knows is dead. He's got his broken samurai sword, which is quite the metaphor in this movie. And he decides he's going to commit suicide, and that's 40 minutes of this movie is just him walking through this forest and this island and all of this stuff, really beautiful shots, and him kind of flashing back to his childhood and other things and the woman he loved. Also, this actor, I can't remember his name, is such a striking looking Asian man or half Asian or something like that. He is so fucking handsome that I was just watching I could not take my eyes off of him. And as he's about to kill himself, a little bit of a spoiler here, he gets attacked by cannibals. And this is an island of creepy horror cannibals, tribes. And it turns into him then having to fight off an entire tribe of cannibalistic subhumans. They all live underground and everything. It's very creepy, and it's very good. Yeah, it's very good. And I I kept thinking, man, the only problem with this is that the fight choreography was a little clunky. It was probably too realistic, but in a world of John Wicks, when you're seeing a guy go through an entire group of people, you want to see all sorts of shit going on, right? And there was none of that. And I was like, I wonder why they didn't do this. So I decided to look up this director. His name is Josh C. Waller. And this is like the only thing that he has directed that's not a short film, but he is the producer on Mandy and Color Out of Space and Daniel Isn't Real. And I realized, okay, this guy is coming from a Mandy kind of fight thing where you don't get a lot of flashing movements. So I don't know exactly how to rate this movie, because on one hand, it's like the coolest movie I've seen this year.
Oh, okay.
On the other hand, I wanted more out of it. So it's really good though. It's called Lone Samurai. It came out as a rental. I decided to look it up on IMDb. It had one review at the time, 10 stars, and the guy saying, this is the best movie I've ever seen. And I was like, oh, wow. And he basically called it John Wick meets there was some Japanese horror film that was in a forest, but I can't.
Versus?
No.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, but anyhow, he said it was that meets that, and I was like, holy shit. Well, and watching it, I was like, it is kind of that meets that, but I wanted really cool fight choreography.
Yeah. It's always hard when somebody's like, this is the best film I've ever seen, because instantly you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to write something like that down. I feel like, okay. I mean, that's pretty much what I did with Empire of the Dark. So anyway, Lone Samurai, it's a rental. Well worth your money. Really good.
Well, I have been wanting to see Roof Man for a while and finally went ahead and streamed it. This is the Channing Tatum, Kirsten Dunst film about the guy who hides out. He's a robber and ends up in jail, escapes from jail, and ends up hiding out in a Toys R Us. It's based on a true story. It was fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, Channing Tatum's really good in it. Kirsten Dunst is good. But I don't know. He's got so much charisma that he's the whole film is sort of riding on him, and you don't really care about a lot of the other stuff going on. And any plans he has, because it's based, I think, in reality to an extent, you're just sort of like, well, that's dumb. And why didn't you do this? And like, why are you like, that seems like a weird way for this story to go. Yeah, I don't know. And also, I feel like this guy in real life probably is not the lovable, charismatic, wonderful guy. Yeah, I'm sure he's probably like an absolute dirtbag. So I just kind of had that in my head too. Like,
was it a comedy?
Yeah, it's like a comedy. It's not. I wouldn't say it's a straight up comedy. Like it's a comedy drama. There's a lot of storytelling. So, but there are like comedic moments in it. It's just not like played that way all the way through. And it has, I'm forgetting his name, and I don't know why he's not listed as top cast. I cannot think.
That's a hell of a clue.
I'm gonna get so canceled. The guy from Game of Thrones who plays Tyrion.
Which Tyrion?
Lannister.
Is Tyrion his family name?
Tyrion's the first name.
Is he the handsome?
The Toxic Avenger?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that guy.
Why is he not listed?
He's an elf.
I was drinking a lot last.
He's in Train Station.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't know why he's like one of the main people. I don't know why he's not showing up as
Tyrion Lannister. That was his last
name. Yeah. That's what I said.
Did you? Okay.
That's okay. Anyway, maybe cut all that out.
I'm just, I guess I could look it up, I think.
I like that you're like, Tyrion Lannister. Yeah.
That one.
That answers that question.
Peter Dinklage is in this. So, yeah.
All right. Roofman, recommend or no?
It's like a soft recommend, because if you like Channing Tatum, I would check it out.
Who doesn't like Channing?
Yeah. But I wouldn't say like this this is a movie I will not be rewatching ever again. Like it's fine. It's absolutely fine.
Well, speaking of films that twist characters into lovable and likable people, I watched Conjuring: The Last Rites.
God.
And that aspect of the film drove me fucking nuts.
Oh no.
Because most of the movie, a good hour of the film, is just kind of their family and the family they're going to end up helping.
Yeah.
But I'm like, wow, these seem like they were the greatest people to ever live. All charity minded and just wanting to help people and no sense of exploitation or trying to twist people to make sure they make enough money off of them.
Who from the estate is like paying these people to make this film? And like, it just seems so weird. Why are they like painting these people so angelically? It does not make any sense.
I mean, it makes sense. They're the heroes of this franchise.
Yeah, but you don't have to go that far.
And those, I think that it would really damage the franchise to show them as,
but there's a middle
exploitative
ground.
and-
I feel like the earlier
think they
films are not quite as
Yeah, they
big.
placed the middle ground a little better until this one. And this one, it felt like, we're going to make you love us because we might do a spin-off TV show. And we don't want these characters destroyed. This sits as one of my least favorite of the Conjuring films.
Oh,
It's just,
I think you need to watch them again.
yeah.
This is
It's
the third best.
okay, out of what, 4?
What? There's like 6. I think this is number 6.
Well, the official Conjuring, I think this is the 4th one.
Is that all?
Like official Conjuring, not including the
Okay.
offshoots of
Annabelle.
the Nun and the Annabelle, yeah. But I liked the first one. I think the first one's still the best, easily.
Yeah, for sure.
And whichever one they were in the UK, I found
I think that was the second one.
mostly good. And I've largely forgotten what the third one was. Oh, the third one is that really weird ritualistic one.
Is the third
Or
one with the serial killer?
Yeah. Yeah, where they have like the underground tunnel and weird shit
I thought
going
the third
on.
one was the or well, maybe that was the third one, and then the fourth one was The Devil Made Me Do It, the legal case.
That was what I was talking about.
That's the one I was thinking of. The devil made me do it. So
Oh, yeah.
who knows?
Well, I think we're all in agreement. This is a bad movie.
Yeah, they you tell that after the first one, they all have strong, lasting impression.
The problem is that Vera Farmiga is super likable, and what's his name? He's also super likable. So what are you going to do?
The leads are fun to watch, and if I had no idea about the people they're portraying, I could see how people love this series because of the two of them.
Yeah,
Because they are so good.
that was the highest grossing of the movies. This last one too.
Yep. And the daughter was nicely charming, and her fiance was fine. I think you didn't like him.
I haven't seen it. I have
Oh.
no opinion whatsoever. I'm just
I thought your reaction was because I could see how somebody didn't like him.
no. I was still holding on to the disgust of it earning the most of all the films. Just like, oh, that's awful.
Well, yeah. We're also in an uptick of horror doing unbelievably well in the theater.
Yeah, good time to be a horror fan.
That's true. That's true.
So if you love it, great. Don't read about the characters they represent and just enjoy the films.
Let us tell you what dirtbags they are.
I think we have several times.
Yes, how they don't believe a goddamn thing they spout. Okay, well, how about we take a little break?
Okay.
And then when we come back, we are talking about your pick, Eric, which was movies that didn't have any kind of sequels.
Want a punch in the nose? Says who?
These are knuckle busters with sound effects record. When you're fighting with knuckle busters, one punch in the nose and zap, back the other guy goes. You fake him with a left, throw a knuckle buster right to the nose and zap, back he goes. You need good timing with knuckle busters. Soon as you see an opening, give him a shot to the nose and zap, back he goes. Knuckle busters, the two-fisted fighter game with sound effect record from Hasbro.
We have returned. Eric, this was your subgenre pick.
Yes.
Wanna tell us what it is again?
We're looking at movies that didn't have a sequel in some form. So, odds of it being older films are higher, but, not guaranteed. There's still some.
A lot of legacy sequels coming out.
That's right. There's not one for this one.
Okay, well, why don't you start us off? I'll give you 5 minutes.
We're going way back to 1982 for a Czechoslovakian film called Ferrat Vampire.
Přece není normální. Člověk, který věří na upíry. Auto, které saje krev.
Jako měla přisátou k plynovému pedálu.
A tady máme opět vůz vampír zákonní číslo 20.
Ferrat je výjimečný.
To je krev.
This is available on Cult Pix or from Severin in the usual Severin package of a random weird movie just full of crazy extras and stuff. This was directed by, I have no idea how Czechoslovakian language is, so we'll just see where this is. Do they pronounce J's in Czechoslovakia, or is it an H sound?
Listen, the joy of this is just listening to you pronounce anybody's name.
We'll say Gerard Herz, who you might know from Bulldogs and Cherries, Beauty and the Beast, not anyone you just thought of, and The Cremator, written by John Flasher. There's an easy one. The Man in Grey, Diary for a Tale. What can I say? The Man in Grey, Diary for a Tale, Hard Goodbyes, My Father. Those are his films listed. Also, the director is a writer who's on basically his own films. And Johas Nesvada. Hey, that sounded close. Tomorrow I'll wake up and scald myself with tea.
Oh my God.
Quite specific.
That's just a daily event.
I Killed Eisenstein and The Death of Tarzan. So he's got an interesting writing team. Jerry Menzel, who's just tons of Czechoslovakian films. English language, I think, with The Interpreter and All My Loved Ones. Dagmar Havelova. Let's Make an Opera. 148 films credits, though. So
Wow.
he worked a lot there. And Jana Berskova, The Blue Tiger, and Comeback. Also a costume designer for most of her career. Okay, this is a movie about a car that is vampiric.
What?
I love it.
Okay.
The opening credits are this strange, just pictures of paintings in close-ups and stuff. It never really leads to anything. So it's like, okay. The car is fairly cool. It's a concept car. I've got a little bit more on it later, but it's black with red trim, and everybody that works on it, from the high corporation to the mechanics, all wear black with red trim. The car, to get in and out of the car, the entire front, door to door, and the front windshield all lift up.
Oh my God.
Which when it first does, it looks really cool. Then later on, you realize they're pulling it and opening it themselves. It's like a little less cool now, but it still looks wild. The movie starts with the vampire car sort of playing around with an ambulance, you think. But it actually, the car passes them and they end up seeing that it's wrecked, turned over, and the driver is on the side of the road dead. Or is she? With a huge, giant bruise on her foot for the accelerator. So this is a loose Dracula story. And in comes our Van Helsing character to tell us everything that's going on. In actually not really not an annoying way. It's not just exposition, just sitting there going, But he said it's a car that runs on blood, and it draws the blood through the gas pedal. And he's like, but those are capillaries; they're too strong. It's like you use just a very little fuel to get your carburetor going. So it's just pulling through the capillaries, just what it needs as it's driving. And the more it needs, the more it pulls as it goes faster and stuff. The ambulance driver becomes kind of obsessed with the car and is sort of the Mina character. While investigating, the sister of the first lady that died shows up. Or is it the sister? There's all kinds of that kind of stuff going on. It's got some great surreal movements, some moments in some dream sequence. Not exactly subtle commentary on the indifference of suffering of others goes on, and sometimes in scenes that have nothing to do with the movie. Oh, okay. You got your part there. Had a fun little touch where the guy goes to secretly investigate the car and a dog jumps out protecting the car. It's like, nice. Honestly, this is a fairly well done film. The acting's solid. The car is not supernatural. It doesn't appear to be a supernatural thing. It can't drive on its own. It doesn't Christine around hunting anybody. It's just
what happens to the people that it sucks the blood from? Do they become vampires as well?
Or do they become cars?
That's what I was going to ask.
Nope, just good old vampire.
Is this straight?
Yeah.
So this is not a comedy?
Nope, it's a straightly told film.
Insane.
There's one kind of disturbing thing, uncomfortable thing. The lead guy looks so much like Roman Polanski from his Fearless Vampire Killer time period. It's like, oh, this is weird. But okay, a little bit more on the car before he goes. A rally car used in the film as a prototype for an unreleased sports model Skoda 110 Super Sport produced by Skoda Auto, now generally referred to as the Skoda Super Sport Ferrat Vampire SRS, RSR. The car also showed up in Tomorrow I'll Wake Up and Scald You with a T. Scald Myself with T. Any other interesting things? Funny little note. One of the first film festivals I ever did had a movie called Blood Car, which featured a car that ran on blood. This was far more graphic and much funnier. It's a very funny movie, actually. But I was so surprised by this film because I expected, like your film you were talking about with Empire of the Dark earlier, just cheese, weirdness. But it takes itself fairly serious. The acting's good enough and just kind of works in a really weird way.
Man, I love it. I want to see this.
I cannot fathom. I'm trying so hard to imagine this movie. I cannot. My brain won't accept it. It's like, wait, okay, there's a car and it eats people, but not really. It's not supernatural because why would it need the blood? And then it turns people vampiric, but how does it transfuse?
It really doesn't go into explaining things. Is there a lead
vampire that turned the car?
Well, maybe.
Okay.
Did you say this was 71?
82.
82. Okay. Man.
Wowzer.
I'm gonna look for this.
I won't, but thank you for walking us through it.
Vanessa, you want to go next?
I'd love to.
5 minutes.
All right. So I had a hard time choosing because I felt like I had a lot of good options out there, but ended up going with a film I've never seen, which is 2003's Identity.
There was a storm.
It was an accident. We had an accident.
And we got stuck and we couldn't get out. We couldn't get out because of the storm.
It's flooded. It's dead end.
You the manager? Officer Rose. Transporting a prisoner here. But the roads were all flooded and I could use a room.
I don't think we can get out tonight.
I'm not staying here. Are you out of your mind?
There was no place else to go.
What happened at the motel?
lock your door.
And then their bodies, they disappeared.
Nobody in there.
That's not possible. I saw what happened. We all saw what happened.
This doesn't make any sense.
Maybe there's some connection between all of us.
Like what?
My birthday next week.
Me too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, pretty well. A movie that did pretty good. Budget of 28 million, got 90.3. Directed by James Mangold, who did A Complete Unknown, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, Ford v Ferrari, Logan, The Wolverine, just a ton of stuff. Written by Michael Cooney, who has 12 credits, including Jack Frost, Jack Frost 2, Revenge of the Mutant Killer Snowman. Starring a lot of people. It's got John Cusack, Ray Liotta, Amanda Peet, John Hawkes, Alfred Molina, Clea Duvall, John C. McGinley, Jake Busey, and Pruitt Taylor Vince. This story follows Malcolm Rivers, who has been convicted for several murders and is sentenced to death. With less than 24 hours until his execution, his lawyers and his psychiatrist try to stay the verdict and meet with a judge to overturn it, because they're like, hey, there's laws that you can't just kill crazy people, and we think he's crazy. That's a horrible way of saying that. Meanwhile, on a dark, rainy night, several people wind up stuck at a motel. They are it's ex-cop, now limo driver, Ed, and his client, who is a out-of-work actress who was very famous at some point. There's a quiet adolescent kid named Timmy, his stepfather George, and his mother Alice, prostitute Paris, a set of newlyweds, Lou and Ginny, a police officer named Rhodes, and his prisoner, Robert. Is this the prisoner that is going to stay his execution? Did they get caught up in a rainstorm? They're all at this motel because of this horrible, horrible weather that has basically closed all the roads, washed them all out. There's no phone signal. These people are just completely deserted at this motel. But it seems that maybe they're all there because they have some kind of effect on one another. We see in the opening that the reason why the family are there is because they got a flat tire and they ran over a shoe in the road. The shoe was thrown out by Paris, whose car she had an open top and her suitcase flew open and the shoe fell out. She's there. It just seems like everybody's there because of one another. So while they're at the motel, one by one, people begin to be killed, with each of them ending up with a hotel room key found near the bodies. But it's not necessarily their room key. It's room keys that are counting down. So we start with 10, and then the next person has 9, 8. So will Ed, who is our lead, played by John Cusack, figure out who the murderer is before it's too late? This movie is very much premised on a twist, which I figured out in about the first minute, maybe, of the film. And I was just like, all right. So in that way, it didn't really age particularly well. I felt like I understood exactly where it was going. There was a few details that I had not worked out, so it's still an enjoyable movie. It's shot extremely well. I think it looks great. There is so much rain in this film. It is unfathomable. Everybody must have been soaking wet the whole time. It is crazy. John Cusack, I think, was great in it. He's super likable. He doesn't have to hardly do anything. He's just his most high Cusack level of himself. He just walks in set and does his thing. There's a moment where they find a head in a dryer, and I was like, you stole that from My Bloody Valentine. You should say thank you in the credits. So a little bit of trivia. Several endings were filmed in order to shroud the real conclusion in secrecy. Director James Mangold stated in an interview prior to the film's release that he was attracted to a claustrophobic thriller because I don't see it as a genre that's tapped at this point. he felt like Rear Window, The Others, Polanski's Knife in the Water, Dead Calm, The Thing, Alien. These are all great films and do not age. So he wanted to do this. Cusack said that he started reading the script and thought, all right, I think I know where this is going. We'll see where it goes. On page 30, he thought he had it pegged. He didn't. On page 50, he thought he had it figured out, but he didn't, and he kept going all the way to the end of it. And he said that it was one of the most clever scripts he's ever read. A Life-Size Dummy was...
Not for her.
No.
Not for me. I mean, in fairness, he's reading a piece of paper. And I have the benefit of, I don't know, like he's visual. You can just see there's a title to this movie. And I felt like the minute I saw the title, I was like, I bet I know what's going to happen here. A Life-Size Dummy was created to depict the murdered character. I'm not going to give away what happens there. One of the studio executives asked to keep the dummy as a souvenir and stored it in his office closet. One night, a cleaning woman opened the closet and was frightened out of her wits. The dummy was then removed from the offices after that incident. And although Identity is not a direct remake or anything like that, it is loosely based on the novel And Then There Were None, sometimes known as 10 Little Indians, written by Agatha Christie.
Sometimes known as something much worse than 10 Little Indians.
True. Yes.
Oh no.
Fair point. Yes.
Oh no. Agatha.
I loved this movie.
Yeah, I really liked it too.
I don't think that I figured it out real early. I saw this in the theater.
Yeah.
And
I think we've had a lot of movies since 2003 that have given me the tools I needed to know where this was going.
yeah. Yeah, I just remember thinking, wow, John Cusack still has it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this was like the last of his run of good movies.
Agreed. Agreed.
Been a little bit.
But if you want to see him and Amanda Peet having good chemistry again, watch 2012.
Oh my
gosh. The whole time I was like, this feels familiar. Them looking at each other feels so familiar. And then I was like, oh, that's right.
Before you start, let me take a moment, see if I can maybe zoom on this and get this on camera at some point. That is the Vermont vampire car.
That's amazing.
It looks very vampiric.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good choice of cars.
So just want to get that in there because, car guy you are.
Sure. Okay, so I'm next. Okay, give myself 5 minutes. You guys, I love my movie.
Ooh.
Oh, good.
It is from 2004, and it is called Mindhunters.
Good evening, my fine young FBI friends. I am a pretty little thing, just out of lit class, and my parents are loaded as per my expensive ensemble.
Rafe, you're up. Black suit, blonde hair, on the prowl for pretty young things. Preferably a cheerleader with great big... you gotta be kidding me.
They are the FBI's newest profilers.
You're all smarter, you wouldn't be here. I just want you to be smarter.
Trained to get into the minds of the most elusive serial killers.
This is Detective Jensen. He's gonna be working with you.
Who wants to play some hide and seek?
What do we know about him?
We know he's just out of a bad relationship. He's barely looked twice at me and Sarah.
Maybe you're not my type.
Trust me, I'm your type.
The simulation will be a test of your teamwork. What it's like to be inside the mind of the sociopath. He's called a puppeteer.
And he has an obsession with time.
Time to look alive.
It's just a simulation.
It's no fun unless it's a challenge.
This is a joke, right?
Someone killed JD, don't you get it?
What kind of simulation is this?
Somebody set that trap at 12 o'clock. Someone else is killed.
He's marked us.
Where is this killer?
Someone who knows where we'd be.
Now, someone trained to think like a killer
There's just one problem.
is about to become one.
There's no one here but us.
Two watches, two traps.
What time are they set for?
They're set for now.
Directed by Rennie Harlan, who directed Prison, Nightmare on Elm Street 4, The Dream Child, Die Hard 2, Cliffhanger, Long Kiss Goodnight, Deep Blue Sea, and just recently, The Strangers, Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3 coming still somehow. Written by Wayne Kramer and Kevin Broadbent, who wrote movies like The Cooler, Running Scared, The Glimmer Man, Constantine. Starring, you guys never even heard of this movie, have you? You're going to fucking go out of your mind. Starring Johnny Lee Miller. He was in Bad Company, Trainspotting, and 7 episodes of The Crown. Catherine Morris, who was in Bone Tomahawk, The Dirt, and 156 episodes of Cold Case. LL Cool J from Deep Blue Sea, Halloween H2O, SWAT, 323 episodes of NCIS Los Angeles. Christian Slater, who you might know from The Name of the Rose, Heathers, Pump Up the Volume, True Romance, 143 other movies and TV series. And Val Kilmer from Real Genius, Top Gun, Willow, The Doors, Tombstone, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, MacGruber, and so many others that we love. Also in this is Ian Bailey, Clifton Collins Jr., Will Kemp, and Patricia Velasquez. So, guys, we open on 2 FBI profilers on a case. Mind hunters, you might call them. Sarah and JD are checking out the house where they think a killer has taken 3 young girls. They're going to call it in, but then they hear a scream coming from inside the house. No time for backup. They rush in, and the camera lingers on all sorts of little things inside the house. You know, a pack of cigarettes here, place settings at a dining table, and all of this is in this haunted fucking house. It's dirty and dilapidated, ready to fall apart. They get into a room and they find the girls dead, and the killer has committed suicide. So they call it in and call the crime scene secure, and that's when another killer bursts in and attacks, killing them both.
Whoa.
But guess what, guys? This was all an elaborate setup, a very fancy role-playing test that these 2 agents failed miserably. And we are treated to everyone coming back to life and then disassembling this setup. This movie goes off the rails like immediately. It's just like, there's no way anything is this elaborate in this kind of setup.
I want that test to be for all police. Oh, wait, go in this haunted house.
Yeah. So their boss, who is Val Kilmer, lets them know that he is very disappointed and does not have high hopes for either of them passing the final exam, which is happening this weekend. So then we meet all of the profilers in this class at a bar as they quietly profile all the bar patrons and generally get them all wrong, which is kind of funny. The profilers consist of Sarah and JD, who we met, Bobby, Vince, who's in a wheelchair, Nicole, Will, and Lucas. We find out that Vince got a look at all of their personal files and found out that he was not going to be recommended to continue on as a profiler. And when Sarah tries to cheer him up, he lets her know she wasn't either.
Damn.
So then we're on a helicopter to go to this testing grounds, which is an island that is made just for this. It has an entire fake town on it, mannequins standing everywhere and stuff, populating it, and of course a working lab and sleeping quarters for our mind hunters. Also, joining them as a surprise observer is Gabe, or LL Cool J, and no one is happy about that.
Fair.
They are all told the basics of a case. There is a killer who has left a few victims, and they will be given a series of clues and events and will need to be able to tell their boss who the killer is by the end of the next day. Clues start piling up quickly in this town as they explore the island, but the very first murder scene they find also has an elaborate Rube Goldberg-style trap that kills JD as they all watch.
Oh.
Now, these guys are smart, and they realize that nobody was really supposed to die, and they all hightail it to a boat that is on this dock. But just before they get there, it explodes, trapping them on the island with the killer. But the killer must be one of them. So the rest of this movie is them trying to figure out what's going on while one of the people in their own group is taking them out one by one in these amazing kill scenes that are right out of Final Destination. It's just all this wild shit happens and then suddenly someone's head is gone.
Oh my God.
And it's amazing. I don't know if you would call this a horror movie, except for all the kills are set up like Final Destination and they're pretty gruesome. So yeah, I love it.
That's crazy.
Like I said, it starts so far off the rails that there's nothing for you to believe about any of it. And I was totally fine with all of it. Let's see. It is available as a rental on Prime, but just buy it because I've watched it 3 times. There are DVDs of it out there for less than the rental price. So the tagline. For 7 elite profilers, finding a serial killer is a process of elimination. Their own.
Whoa. Clever.
I got some pretty good trivia about this. The studio did not cast any character as a lead. Rennie Harlan wanted no dummy characters or obvious victims and established a sense that anyone could die at any moment in the film. And it works. Every time you think you know who the killer is, that's the person who dies next. Several variations of the ending were filmed. After numerous test screenings were held in the United States in 2003, the final version of the film was determined for theatrical release. Here's where it gets weird. Originally set for a theatrical release in 2003 and then in 2004, even though it had numerous positive test screenings, it was pushed back once again to facilitate improved marketing of the film. But then 2 massive waves of layoffs occurred at Miramax and Dimension during this time, and the infamous Disney-Miramax split reached its height. The film remained in the Dimension vaults unreleased. When the Disney and Miramax divorce was finally completed, numerous films under the Dimension label were released. This film finally made its theatrical debut in the United States in May of 2005. So it was supposed to come out 2 years earlier than that. Rennie Harlan has spoken fondly of Mindhunters, describing it as a film where they really put a lot of work into it and felt it had something special. However, he expressed frustration over its troubled release due to the sale of Miramax to Disney, which left the film in limbo. Harlan likened this experience to his earlier film, Prison, which had the same problem. Here is the real bummer. $27 million budget, gross of about $5 million. This movie is so good. It's like the last of those early 2000 Dimension films that had just a cast of really good-looking kids doing something that was way out of their league. So much fun. Mindhunters.
That sounds awesome. I want to check that out.
Yeah, you'll love it. What?
Just the dramatic. I want to see it.
All right. Well, so normally somebody would be picking the next genre, but I have to tell you, folks, that Eric and I have heard nonstop from this woman over here about a movie called Frozen and just bitching and moaning about the millions of times she's had to watch it. And we all decided we were going to all watch Frozen and discuss it next episode.
Have you heard of it, right? Okay.
I am so excited. I cannot begin to tell you guys. It is so rough to watch almost daily a movie for months on end that no one else has seen or has seen in a very long time. And I'm like, well, okay, what about this part when this thing happens? So I'm very excited to have 2 people at least on this planet to talk to who will have seen it recently.
I got to say, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Maybe pour some extra drinks for us. We'll just sit back and occasionally go, little point of order.
Yeah, looking forward to it very much. So that's what we're doing next episode is Frozen. That brings us to the part where we say, hey, everybody, thank you for liking and sharing posts, for discussing films on the Strange Eons Radio talk page, for commenting, thumbs-upping on YouTube, and especially for donating money. It's called Value for Value. If you get some value out of this, give some value back. And if money is out of the question, a nice review means the world.
Yeah, share it. Tell one of your friends about us. Spread the word.
Question that just popped into my head. As we all know, the social media sites are becoming less social. I remember years ago reading a thing, every 4 posts you get an ad. It's like, every 4 ads, you get a post.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm curious if the trio here, and I'll think about it, and if anybody out there is interested in us starting a Discord channel or something like that.
Sure.
Where we can, it's just like basically it's like the old forums. If you're old farts like we remember that, just reimagined and fancied up so the young kids don't, that's just an old forum. It's a forum.
It's a forum.
But
it's very
just
basic.
Organized.
Well, I'm on Discord all the time because I use it for work. So yeah, I would actually talk to people on there if we started a Discord.
And one of these whippersnappers will have to explain what Discord is to me.
Do you remember MSN Messenger?
I remember the boards you were talking about.
The
old
forums.
Yeah.
It's literally just a box of text with people's usernames just talking to each other.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Lovely.
Yeah. And you can have channel discussions too. You can say like, okay, this one is specifically talking about new release movies, or this,
our latest episode, or something like that we can do.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, let us know. One of the ways you can let us know is Halvin.
You can call us on the Strange Eons radio hotline, which is 253-237-4266. Give us a call, give us a text. Eric is waiting by the phone for your messages, for your chats.
We did get a message not too long ago, but we love you all, Michael. But other people can call too.
Operators are standing by.
Thank you for calling in again, though,
We're lonely.
and giving us one.
I'm lonely. And then and then Eric gets it, and then he plays it to me, and then I get excited because I'm like, oh, somebody called us.
All right. Well, this is, falling apart very quickly. So how about we say goodbye? We will be back in 2 short weeks, and we are talking Frozen.
Yeah, really.
See you next time.
Transportation and other considerations for Strange Eons Radio produced by Pan Am Airlines. When you think of traveling, think of Pan Am. You can't beat the experience. Guests of Strange Eons Radio stay at Econo Lodge Everett. It's an easy stop on the road, you know what we mean. Strange Eons Radio is recorded live in front of a studio audience. If you enjoyed this episode, please consider leaving us a positive review on your favorite podcast app. Sit, Ubu, sit.
Oh, this is good. Okay, this is good.